this shit is crazy.
So you remember the foul this time. How do you feel like the defensive execution was? Knowing that you had to protect 3-point lead, how do you feel like they executed that at the end?
I don't know. I didn't watch it yet, Law, but I just looked up and I don't even know. Purtle threw it. He got the rebound, right? Yeah, I didn't even see the miss or nothing because I think I was trying to get a timeout if he did make it. So I missed the whole play. But we wanted to foul, like you're saying, being up 3. And it was a perfect scenario. They threw the ball to the center, so, you want to foul, right away. He has to make one and then miss it and then get the rebound and make, score again. So he did a good job making the first, and I guess he did a good job of missing the second the way he did.
Did it look like the play before or a couple possessions before, it looked like he called you for a kickball?
Yeah.
It looked like you were on the court maybe wanting to challenge. What
you can't challenge it. Yeah, you can't challenge a violation. So that was good because I called a timeout to challenge. But Zach said, "You want to challenge?" I said, "Yes." He said, "Well, you can't challenge that." So he gave my timeout back.
Terrence got a couple big stops. I think one on RJ Bear. What did you see on those defensive possessions with him?
Even offensively, I thought T-Man attacked, in that second half a little bit, but offensive rebounds, crashing the glass, keeping balls alive, and then getting, 2 big stops down the stretch, one on Quickley and one on RJ, So that's who T-Man is for us, energy guy that can do multiple things defensively, and he came up with 2 big stops.
Aside from maybe some of the turnovers, is there a pattern you're seeing to these double-digit leads getting dwindled down? And obviously teams make runs, but is there a pattern you're noticing at all?
Yeah, turnovers. You just said it.
Nothing else?
Turnovers. Yeah, and then, the biggest thing I keep telling our team is that we got to run through the game. Even though we're up 10, we get stops with 4 minutes. Push it first, see if we can get a layup, and then if not, then we can run it, bring it out and run what we're trying to run. And so we haven't been doing that, to try to go from 10 to 12 before they get set. Because once they get locked in defensively, now the game gets slow. You try to run the clock out, and you end up getting a bad shot. So just, continue to run through the game when we're getting stops, and then also taking care of the basketball.
Coach, second night of a back-to-back. You guys went and beat Sacramento last night. You got a young Toronto team coming here hungry, trying to get their 3rd win, but you guys were able to hold them off. Can you just talk about the makeup and the mentality of this team now that you guys have put string together a lot of wins?
Yeah, I knew a few of our guys were tired, but this is one we had to just fight through mentally. I know Norman was tired from the jump, and what he's been doing for us offensively. We needed every minute he can give us tonight. And I know he was tired. Zoo was a little tired, but we had to win this game. And so we worry about tomorrow. But today was like I said, a winnable game. We're up. So we had to finish the game out. And guys had to play, a little bit more minutes you would like on a back-to-back, but we needed the win.
Kevin seemed like he kept you guys afloat a little bit offensively at times in this one. Have you seen in him kind of like a confidence slowly coming back, like he's slowly finding his offensive game?
Yeah, I think, when you're off for a year, it takes a little time to catch up with the speed of the game. And, we're just being on him about attacking, getting to the paint, making plays, getting to the basket. And like you said, was it late in that 3rd quarter or 4th quarter? He kept us afloat, just scoring the basketball and attacking, getting to the free throw line where he missed a few, but just attacking the rim, getting to the basket, getting into the paint, and that's what we need him to do.
How do you summarize missed free throws, good defense, back-to-backs, playing guys 1,000 minutes a night?
What?
Okay, you said to play him a lot of minutes.
I said I didn't want to play him as many minutes.
Okay, you played 1,000 minutes tonight.
35 minutes for Norman.
Back to back.
He's only 30 years old.
All right, so how do you summarize all this? That you still get
summarize a win. We got to bite down and we got to win. No matter what it takes, who's on the floor, how we do it. We just got to continue to keep winning. And that's our mindset. No matter how pretty or how ugly it is, we just got to find ways to win games. And so that's what our group is doing. It's a lot of things that we can clean up on both sides of the basketball. But it's better to clean things up and learn when you're winning instead of losing, And so we got our rotations how we want them. We got the matches, to mix and match how we want to as far as those 3rd and 4th quarters. And it's been good for us, And so understanding how we want to play, who we want to play through, and then just, continue to have that pace throughout the game when we're up 19-20 instead of slowing it down, getting stagnant, running the shot clock down, and then now you're getting a better situation where you're getting a bad shot.
Okay, they're tired. Are you tired?
I'm tired. Yeah, I didn't sleep good last night.
Coach, right here. Talk about the consistent play of Zoo.
Yeah, Zoo's been great. I think the big man that, we've been playing a lot of minutes, but he's one of the most durable big men in the league, probably the most durable big man in the league. And he plays every night, and what he's been able to give us defensively, rebounding the basketball, and then also a post presence. We need to slow the game down to post the basketball. He's been really good with that as well.
Coach, resiliency shows up in a multitude of ways. Is that one of the core characteristics that you want this team to be known for? And as a coach,
I'm sorry, can you say it again?
Resiliency
Oh,
shows up in a multitude of ways. Is that one of the core characteristics you'd like this team to be known for this season?
yeah. Play hard, compete. Especially on the defensive end, just making it tough every night for the opposing team. Offensively, we know we're missing a big weapon, so we just got to find ways to score offensively. And we've been able to generate some points off of our steals and be able to swarm the basketball, get out in transition and score early. And, just finding ways to win, however it may be.
So you mentioned it a little bit, getting to the rotations that you like, the combinations that you like. You're through that 10-game sample size now. Do you feel like what we saw tonight is about what you figured out through those 10 games is what you like?
Yes, sir.
And then Kai has been kind of phased out the last couple of games, only 3 minutes tonight, only played a few in Sacramento as well. Is it just more of what Nico's been able to give you guys as the backup five?
No, Kai's growth has been tremendous. From the first day we got him to where he's at to where he's at now has been an amazing jump. Just everything we asked him to do, he's done. Got him better with shot blocking, got better at getting off the screens, rolling to the rim, running the floor every single time, defensively, So he's done a lot of great things. It's just unfortunate that a lot of teams we play that usually have a small lineup, and now he's on, he's in the game playing against small lineups because he's the backup. And it's a little tough for him, and so I'd rather go small. And I know we're good defensively because we can switch 1 through 5. Offensively, we got to get better. It's a lot better when James is on the floor with a small unit, which we found out in the Sacramento game last night. But Kai's been great. It's going to be situations where he plays a little bit more. It could be situations where he plays less. But it's nothing he's done wrong. It's just the rotations and who we're playing against.
Coach, with Kevin. You staggered some minutes in there with him and James Harden. Just how much does he benefit just being on the floor with James Harden?
I think it benefits a lot, not having to try to make every play, and us not putting a lot of pressure on him to do that every single night. And so we've been trying to get him in early with James, 3 or 4 minutes, and then when James goes out, now he has a rhythm. He can get into the game, get into the flow of the game, and then also he played a little backup point guard tonight for us, as well when James was out. So. Just, still trying to figure him out, how we can use him, how we want him to be him, but also fit into what we're trying to do offensively. And so he's getting better.
You guys going on the road, do you expect Mo Bamba to play in any of those games?
Not sure yet.
Where is he at as far as his progress on the court?
Yeah, he's been on the court, been playing in stay-ready games, 5-on-5, 3-on-3, but I'm not sure if he's going to play or not.
So he hasn't been limited in any of those workouts?
Say it again?
He hasn't been limited in any
No.
of those workouts? Last one.
Yeah, so we're done with the 10-game stuff now. Like, you're not getting days off the rest of this month. What do you want to see tangibly besides turnovers? Because we talk about that every night. Anyway.
Besides what?
Besides turnovers.
Oh.
We talk about that every night anyway. What do you kind of identifying for this team, these group of guys that are playing, as a sign of progress that you want to see over the rest of this month?
Well, you said it already, but taking care of the basketball, and then offensively having a good flow. Not getting stagnant. Continue to change sides of the floor, and just produce as much as we can offensively by playing the right way. That's one thing, and then just continue to rebound the basketball like we have. They had 12 offensive rebounds tonight, but they shot 42% from the field as well. So it's going to be more offensive rebounds available. But we just gotta stay the course. Continue to keep getting better, understand what we want to run, how we want to attack, and go from there.
Thank you.
Mm-hmm.
How would you describe the team's defensive identity?
Scrappy,
we just a lot of unorthodox defensive schemes. I feel like that I never had in my time in this league. JVG is doing some stuff different than other coaches, and it's kind of it's different. Teams are not ready for it. It's hard to game plan for it, and we got perfect guys to do it.
So you guys have had double-digit leads in all these games. Closed out most of them. Some of them haven't. But what have you seen as a pattern allowing you guys to get these double-digit leads, and why have some of them been struggles to maintain those down the stretch?
I don't know. I gotta feel like we gotta stick to ball movement in the second half. Changing sides of the floor on offense, playing faster. Part of it is defensive rebounding tonight. If we cannot finish the possessions with rebound, it's hard to run on the teams and get easy points. It's just I don't know, but we're finding ways to win, even in games like this, and our defense is doing pretty well, and we just got to keep defending and trust our offense, trust the guys on the floor, and trust the coaching staff that they're going to put us in the right position.
How are you feeling, just in general? You're playing a lot of minutes.
Yeah.
You played all these games. They're leaning on you. You're getting hit every single play. How are you keeping yourself right?
Feel good. We got a great medical staff and people over there that take care of us every day. They do a lot for us. They give us a lot of good advice on what to do when we're at home, and just using the resources we have at the facility. So been doing extra recovery lately, but I feel good. Body feels good.
Do you feel like you can be a 35-minute guy if this team needs you to be that through the balance of the season, or would you prefer to be closer to 30 to 25 minutes to be more effective in that?
I would love to be 48-minute guy, but it's not possible. So, no, I feel good, man. Whatever coach needs me, and if I'm not performing well, I wouldn't be out there. He trusts me and feel good out there, and I'm sure second I'm not looking good out there, I'm looking tired and hurt or whatever, he's gonna he can see that. So it's I feel good, and as long as I feel good, I'm whatever team needs me.
I gotta ask you, what was going through your mind when Portal misses the free throw and then goes over your head and you turn and you see him?
It was too quick to think about anything. I was like, well, I couldn't get the first rebound. It was just perfect miss. And then the second shot, when the shot went up, I was just thinking, I got to get the board. And he shot in, he kind of bounced off weird up the rim, so I mistimed my jump. And I'm just glad I got it, and he missed that shot.
I got to ask you also, you've been spending more time in the second unit with KPJ when he comes on the floor in the second quarter.
Yeah.
What have you seen from him as far as his progress over these 10 games?
A lot, man. He's I think defensively he's much better than I thought he was going to be. I think he's doing really good on defensive end, and on the offensive end he's very talented. He can run the pick and roll, and sometimes I tell him don't dance with the ball, just go straight line. You can. Sometimes you got guys on a first move, you can go all the way. So, we like him a lot, and he's getting his confidence up every game, and he's hitting that shot. His jumper is hitting more lately, so we have confidence in him, and his confidence is growing from game to game, and he's going to be better and better.
Talk to James about getting the bigs, activated off the pick and roll. How's that process been for you?
Great. I mean, being that pick and roll with James is great. There's so much attention on him that it's really easy for us. So you just got to roll and read the pick and roll defense, what the other team gives you, where you got to be, what angle you got to set, when to get out, when to hold the screen, and he's going to set you up.
The lobs and floaters are pretty much the exact same. Is it hard for you to kind of decipher which one is which, or is it, how's that?
Nah, it's I kind of understand. I read it by defense. When the guy's super deep in the trap, I know James is going to go to that floater or sidestep mid-range shot. And if I get, I don't know, an inch below the drop defender, he's going to throw a lob. So it's pretty easy for me to read it.
So with kind of a 10-game sample here, everyone's been for the most part available. How do you assess this team? Are there areas you feel like you guys still need to improve on, or
it's still early. We the two main keys for us were transition defense and defensive rebounding, and overall I think we're doing good on that. We can still improve on defensive rebounding, but I think we're doing a pretty good job. But just being keeping those leads in the second half, we can be better. And offensively, there's room to improve. There's always room to improve. I think defensively we can be even better. Just communicating out there, sticking to our coverages that we had before the game. Sometimes with lack of communication, we mess those up. So there's still room to improve, but I think we're going in the right direction.
Sorry if my teeth start chattering. I was in the cold tub.
Your mental tough. Go ahead, Laura.
I was just gonna say, take us through the recovery that you're going through with this many games and this many travel days and this many days with your production.
It's been good. It's not something that I'm not used to. Just with how much I work out in the summer, making sure that my body's good to go. But just staying after games, getting my recovery stretch, getting in the cold tub, 15-20 minutes, then going home, getting on my red light bed, hyperbaric chamber the next day in between games. But just being mindful, making sure I get enough sleep. That's the biggest thing, no matter what I'm doing. To take care of my body, sleep is the most important thing. So really emphasizing getting at least 8 hours.
Recovery and maintenance related. You've talked about your mental approach a lot.
Yeah. I'm sorry. Yeah.
And I mean,
trying not to have my teeth shut off. Go ahead.
I feel you. You need another jacket, which is cool.
Yeah.
But your mental approach, something you've been open about. Like T. Lue said before the game, it's going to be a mental game.
Mm-hmm.
You saw what it was on that free throw line, what it was in the fourth quarter when y'all wasn't getting buckets and getting that big three. Like, what is it that you do to prepare mentally before games, and what do you do during games to keep you maintain to finish games?
I do a lot of meditation before the game. Usually on the table when I'm getting stretched. My phone's down, focusing on my breathing. I'm just going through visually, what the game's going to be like, what it's going to look like, what I want to do to execute. But a lot of meditation, a lot of time to myself, just staying in the moment, keeping myself even keel. And then in the game for me tonight, I was a little tired, a little fatigued from last game. T. Lue saw it, but the coaches were telling me, just play the game the right way. Don't have to force anything. And I just kept telling myself to stay in the moment and then find a way, trust the work that I put in with my cardio, my conditioning, and when the time comes, I'll be ready for it. And I was able to do that.
Norm, your addition by subtraction comment from Media Day has been brought up a lot recently with your play. Is this about what you expected when you said that?
I expected it from myself. Like I said, like the work that I've put in, my belief, it was always for this. This level is nothing new to me. I know a lot of people outside are surprised or shocked or whatever it is, but this has been in my mind. This has been how I've envisioned myself being in the league and finally getting an opportunity. I'm just trusting the work that I put in. But I know it's a shock to a lot of people. But to me, it's just another day of me working out and putting the time in and, reaping the benefits for all my hard work that I put in over these years and that I continue to put in.
Are you seeing guys, opponents defend you differently, throw different looks at you
more
often?
Yeah, definitely now. Just a full body denial is not really helping. I hear them like talking, especially when we're in front of the other team bench, like don't leave the corner, don't help, staying hugged up. And being more physical with me coming out the corner, top blocks, holding, grabbing. So, just like not fighting it, trying to use their aggressiveness against them, get some easy fouls for them to loosen up, but accepting it. If they're putting 2 on the ball, I'm getting off it and trusting my teammates, not trying to force anything. I play the game the right way. So whatever they're trying to take away, they're giving up something. So I just try to find that piece of it and attack that way.
What have you seen out of Kevin through these first 10 games? Like, how have you seen him progress leading into tonight where he had a pretty good game?
Good, man. I just been staying on him, staying confident, making the game simple for himself. He's a guy that has a lot of stuff to him. He wants to show it, and the best way to show that is keeping it simple. Taking what the defense gives you, attacking in a straight line, especially after you give him with a good move. You try to get him 2-3 more times, but tonight and the few other games where he's got it rolling, it's all been simple. I just told him to stay confident, keep shooting the ball, and trusting in his work. He's a hell of a player, and we need that from him.
That process to keep it simple, how hard is that for guys to do when he can do what he can do with the ball? Like, how hard is that?
I think it's all like learning, from where he was before and then getting back into the league. He's a playing style that he's used to. So it's just about seeing what the team needs and learning, watching film, and going there. I think as the season has gone on, he's gotten better and better in each game. And it helps when, some of those shots do go in that you're used to making. That confidence rises. But like you see, we need that aggressiveness. We need that attack because he's another guy that can put pressure on defenses and then make plays for other. And he did that tonight.
You didn't have 12 rebounds today, but just how do you feel about the overall team? Just get more game rebounding. Ty talked about it pregame. Just more of an emphasis because James said too. You guys are a smaller team. Everyone's got a game rebound. How do you feel you guys have progressed in that aspect over this young season?
I think we're putting a lot of emphasis on it. I think every single night, we're putting the mentality and the right effort to it. Sometimes the ball bounces weird or whatever, but you see guys trying to find a body, trying to hit guys, and trying to pursue the ball. And we just got to have that as an emphasis every single night. We said at the beginning of the season, our transition defense and defensive rebounding is going to be our anchor. So if we're able to do that and get out, we'll make it hard for teams to, after scoring the half court. I didn't get 12 rebounds, but I feel like I got a big rebound at the end to help secure the game, and that's what we need from everybody.
So y'all are into the season. It's been 3 weeks. What over the next 3 weeks individually are you looking to progress in, and what do you need the team to progress in, something that you're looking forward to over the rest of this month?
Especially going on this road trip going up, just being tight end on the road, it gets tough. Some calls don't go your way, but just being mentally and physically tough, being bought in on the defensive side of the ball. Offense is going to take care of itself, but going on this road trip, really locking in on the defensive side of things, because going to OKC, how they like to play. Got 2 young teams that get up and down the floor, put a lot of pressure on the rim. So being tight and unlocked in and what we're trying to do and what we're trying to take away is going to be key. And then just continue to grow and build chemistry offensively in multiple lineups, multiple rotations. So just trusting the offense, trusting each other, and continuing to hopefully keep getting some wins.
Appreciate it, Norman.
Thanks, Norman.
James, how important is it for you guys to, close out games like today? You and Norm finished with the last 15 points for the team.
Just exactly what you said, finish the game, no matter how we do it. It wasn't the prettiest, but just figure a way to get it done. Tough team, they play hard off a back-to-back, So just find a way to win a game, and that's what we did.
James, you guys have been up double digits in a lot of these games, especially in fourth quarters. Why has it been such a struggle to
It's
put
not,
teams away?
we're figuring it out. We're a new team, so just figuring it out. If everything was so easy, then I don't think it'd be a challenge for us. So I think it's, for us, we're a fairly new team. We're figuring ways to win games and figure out what works and what doesn't work.
A couple games of Ty kind of comes to us post game, a little frustrated the way you guys closed out the game.
Yeah, as a head coach, you would be. You know what I mean? Just missing free throws and missing coverages and things like that. So, that's for them to handle and come tomorrow or whenever and curse us out and tell us what we got to be better at. But for us, we won. So.
Last time after you guys played 4 games this week, the other back-to-back, third winning 10 games. If he was tired, he goes, I'm tired.
Who said that?
Your coach did.
He tired?
He said he's tired.
Imagine how we feel.
But he's tired for a variety of reasons. But how much does that toll take on you guys?
It's difficult. We got a tough schedule, but we not here. We make some good money to go out there and play the game that we love. So, we just got to figure ways to win games and figure it out. Like, it ain't nothing, I don't know what you want me to say as far as, tomorrow we travel, go to OKC, play another one. Like, this is the NBA. Welcome.
What'd you that 3-point record? If you chance to do it in OKC or in Houston, how's kind of special to do in one of those cities where you've had big steps in your career?
Yeah, OKC who drafted me, and Houston who where I made a name and platform for myself. So it's gonna be a great opportunity, and then even if it don't happen in those two cities, coming back home where I'm from. So this is a great, unbelievable position to be in.
How encouraging is it that you guys are winning games and you can still shoot a lot better than you have?
It's very encouraging. Our defense is going to be there for the most part. I think our offense is just making sure that we get a shot, on glass, on rim, as many times as we can. And then, defensively, we're just going to hang our hats on that.
What did you see out of Kevin tonight? It looks like he's finally getting comfortable with the offensive workload that he has to do. Off the bench.
It's it's 10 games, so it's like he hadn't played in the NBA. It's been a minute. For him, it's just getting that feel, getting that comfortability back, and what his role is and what we need him to do on a night-to-night basis. So we didn't expect any of us to be perfect, in the first 2 games. So as more we get comfortable with each other, the more we'll play better.
James, another big, rebounding game for you. You're one of the greatest, when it comes to rebounding as a guard. Just how important is that to you, like rebounding the ball to get you going throughout the games?
We got specifically for this team, we got a smaller team. So Jeff Van Gundy told me in the summertime, like we're gonna need you to rebound at a high level, this year. And when I get the ball, I can outlet or I can push it, and it just ignites our offense. So I just got to be more consistent with it.
James, you're one of the best, creating shot off the pick and roll,
Yep.
and your floater and lob are damn near identical.
Yep.
Like, how do you activate your bigs and be able to help them to differentiate the
Yep.
difference between your lob and your floater?
The work, like as soon as I got here last year, just the work we will have with the bigs and Zoo and other bigs that were here. And it's a process, no disrespect, but Zoo isn't the most athletic, big, but, I work with him, on a consistent basis to maximize and make him or help him play better. And then Kai, the same way, he has all the athletic ability in the world. So just getting his feet right and understanding how to screen, when to screen, and things like that. So, it's a process, but if they get it down packed, you see similarities to, Gafford and Lively, in Dallas. That kind of has that, obviously they have a really good, pick and roll player. But it's very important, that position right there and that ability can get you a lot of money in this league.
When you look at Norm and Zoo, they've had to do a lot more playmaking this season. Have you seen them develop as a playmakers?
You got no choice. It is what it is.
You seen them read the floor a little better though?
Yeah, just because it's more reps, it's more opportunity. You know what I mean? Obviously, Norm is already an elite scorer, but just they're double teaming. He sees different looks, where and there's constant communication between myself and then the coaches as well on things that's going to be open to help him out. And then Zoo just being patient, scoring the ball or making really good passes. So for all the guys, I think they're in positions where as a unit we're asking them to do more, and result of that, we got good players that can do more and that can contribute to winning. So, we're only 10 games in, but I'm excited to see when we finally start hitting our offensive stride and how good we really can be.
So Terrence Scott's finished this game tonight. Y'all have had the same starting lineup at all 10 of these games. How have you worked with him to keep him engaged, keep him encouraged, and how does he help you on both ends?
He get an opportunity for a shot shooter every single time, and then just finding ways to get him easy points. Because more times than not, he's going to have the weaker defender on him. So just finding ways to get him, easy points. Anybody in this league, especially a guy that doesn't have a lot of opportunities offensively, they get a couple easy points, feel good points, like they played better. So, and that's part of my job is to make sure him and guys like DJ and Chris Dunn, along with Nico, other guys too, but just making sure they can get some easy ones because, all in all, it's better for our team and, it just makes the game easier for myself.